The factions in South America follow not out of faith, but out of fear. Fear alone won't be enough to bring the other factions into the fold. Leaders have arisen who command respect and undying loyalty. There is one in particular who plays lord over what is left of the Black Hand, a heretic. His name? Brother Marcion.
There was given to him a mouth speaking great lies and blasphemies, and his name was King.
He has a gift. An oratorical gift.
I bring light to the lost and hope to the hopeless. I bring the promise of peace and the prophecy of the power of Tiberium.
His loyalty was unquestioned. And then GDI took advantage of his one weakness, his vanity. They convinced him that he was destined to be Nod's leader and that I was in fact a charlatan. One of Marcion's fanatics murdered my successor, Anton Slavic, leader of the Black Hand. Marcion then led his followers into the Australian outback. His support grew as he spread his false prophecy, creating an army of zealots, a new Black Hand.
His time is done. His legacy, a distant memory, for only I know the true path. Only us!
Since I cannot yet reveal myself, we will use this false prophet to lead the Black Hand back to the light. Find him. Capture him. Persuade him.
Establishing video uplink.
Marcion's path to correction begins today. We must make landfall in the heretic's territory. You must send a strike force across the oceans to Australia. Soon, my child. Soon.
New construction options.
Welcome back, Commander.
Keep an eye
Incoming
out.
transmission.
Fight for nothing.
This lab contains the last existing record of the Brotherhood's stealth technology. Capture it.
The Brotherhood has entrusted me.
So somehow all forms ever of non-stealth technology have been destroyed.
Complete.
Sure, I guess. We'll go along with it.
Building. Establishing video uplink.
As the Brotherhood splintered in the aftermath of my death, our technology was left to rot. Years of research left by the wayside. My spies have located an abandoned GDI laboratory where our stealth technology, captured long ago, sits, idle, neither exploited nor understood by those narrow-minded fools. Reclaim it for the Brotherhood.
Building.
Okay, why do you gotta have Kane repeat himself after the AI? It's supposed to be the other way around. So I guess story-wise, like, maybe this is a reason why having a religious, philosophical take on leadership is probably not a really good idea for Nod or...
Attention, you fanatical scum! Yeah, you didn't think you'd go undetected, did you? This is GDI, Steel Talent territory. We don't take too kindly you Nod types around here. You best get praying to that corpse prophet of yours, because you don't stand a chance in hell.
Construction.
Alright, thanks, Jake McNeil. Or,
Intelligence data updated. Unit under attack.
Mr. Kukin 2. I can't remember his name.
Intelligence data updated.
Don't let them in close!
So, if you were ever happy when the game was like, hey, we're bringing back Titans and Wolverines, and it's going to be cool, and then you see these designs, and you kind of feel sad a little bit, because these aren't Titans, my guys.
The Scorpion's ready.
In fact, they're just kind of shameless knockoffs, really. I don't know if that's supposed to be some reason for it, like is this an updated model or version or whatever, or they just can't steal the design from the earlier game because of copyright. I don't really know. But it is sad to not see Titans again because, hey, they're my favorite unit, I think. So, as I was saying, for the cutscenes and the profits and such, maybe it's not a good idea that your backbone of the faction is based off of religious texts, which can then somehow always be altered by the next guy in power. And even when that guy shows back up, everybody's just okay with it again. And it just makes you wonder how many times these people are fooled. I guess really it makes it even worse for GDI, who always seem to get fooled that Nod is a corpse or a husk of what it once was.
See anything? Heading there now. Venom craft ready for liftoff.
Training on hold. Cancel. Training. Unit under attack.
Division.
As with the prior map, we have quite a number of Tiberium spikes, which obviously you should put to use as soon as possible.
Forward. We got this.
There's certain units that you don't really want to get right away.
Not backing down.
So I think had focused a little bit on air units, and then that didn't work. Mostly because the initial, like, 2 waves or whatever were enough to break through my defenses and kind of ruins your day.
Begin the assault.
As we can see, though, air defenses do get a little light once some of these units are dealt with, namely the slingshot over there. Which I don't really think is something that they needed, but hey, the GDI now have portable anti-air that's actually, like, really, really good.
We got this handled. Venom craft ready for liftoff.
Unit under attack.
On patrol. All right. Patrol craft.
Unfortunately, the oil rig does not give you anything, although there's no way to get an engineer to it anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
We have that move. Venom craft ready for liftoff.
Training.
Tank division.
There's also one big gimmick that if you haven't noticed it yet, I don't really know what to tell you, but the expansion does something to add a bunch of new units.
Intelligence data updated.
Now, these new units are kind of just... some of them are just, like, re-skinned versions. The Behemoth is essentially...
If you think that is bad.
oh my god, I don't know why... a Juggernaut. It's essentially a Juggernaut. It just looks slightly different. It has, like, a raised cabin. It might do a little bit more damage. Whatever.
The Scorpion's ready. No match for the Scorpion.
We're also going to see another, well, a version for Nod of something, but in the next mission, I believe.
Scorpion tank.
So, it's kind of, like, it's interesting, to say the least. But, yeah, you don't really have to worry too much about some of these units. They don't really change the dynamic all of that much.
We have on patrol. Patrol craft, check.
The Brotherhood has
Coordinates set.
entrusted me.
Venom craft ready for
I can
liftoff.
see what you mean. The Brotherhood.
Now, perhaps I use Venoms too much, but frankly, if you're going to give me the ability to build a lot of Venoms, I'm going to take it. I don't get cooler Nod units that I would prefer, or namely one cool unit that I would rather have versus, say, Scorpion tanks, so I'm just going to abuse Venoms over and over and over again. Thankfully as well, after you defeat the initial, like, air defenses in this area, GDI isn't particular to building more. I think they do get a few every once in a while.
Protect the lab until all data is uploaded to the Brotherhood's central servers.
But the AI is not one to adapt itself to what you build or how your forces are.
50% damaged. Data may be corrupted. Defend it.
Let's get out there.
I think that's a really big ask for AI anyways, and,
Construction complete.
you know, saying that in a 2023 world versus the 2010 or whatever when this game came out.
What's the plan? Tank division.
Actually, probably earlier. Anyways, whatever. Point is that it's not quite so easy to just say, well, the AI should know better. They should, but Programming AI is hard from everything I've ever heard.
What's the plan? Begin the assault!
Now, obviously, in all of this, it's probably easier to simply destroy the GDI base and not really worry about anything else. Once you destroy the behemoth, there's nothing that really prevents you from doing that either. I wasn't really thinking about it at the time, but I do have so many units. I've destroyed the two GDI Tiberium spikes that you normally don't have access to via the ground. So once you get the behemoth, you can outrange any of their defenses. This is very important to destroy the AA defenses. Once those are down, you just destroy everything else with venoms. It's, kind of simple. But thankfully, I had already taken the lab, so we don't have to go through that. Sadly, though, I'm going to miss out on one piece of intelligence, and I'm not going to bother replaying the mission, because whatever.
Intelligence data.
It'll get in the posts on Something Awful, so check them out there.
Uplink.
We cannot withstand this Steel Talon's onslaught for long. Arrogant their commander may be, but even with his aging weapons, he has us outgunned. Disengage, my child, before all our hard-earned gains are lost. We shall return.
Attack. Bonus objective complete. Unit promoted.
On patrol. Metacraft ready for liftoff.
Mission accomplished.
So I don't know how we're outgunned. I don't know how GDI is supposed to be better than us. I could literally walk through their base and survive. It's just weird. And like I said, I'm missing one intel. It's probably go into the base and capture something, or kill a unit with an engineer, whatever.